Good morning, Facebook family and friends, my faithful, loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is the 21st of September. The year is 2018. I'm sitting here in my living room or dining room. I'm at the dining room table in the living room, dining room area. I haven't been in here in a few months. I had to clean it up this morning. There was dust everywhere. Rarely. I don't understand why people need such large homes. This house here is about 2,000 and something odd square feet, maybe 2,500 square feet. We never come into this formal living room and formal dining room space. Never come in here. I mean, literally, it's dust everywhere. I have to clean all this stuff off. So I was reading, yesterday I was reading a message where somebody asked, why is the homosexual community, so many gay guys in the gay community, so caught up in drugs and partying and alcohol and sex, and it got me to thinking, because sometimes I do these videos and I forget about the issues that lead so many black gay men to using drugs and alcohol and drinking and partying and sexual addiction and every other problem they have in their lives. When you live in a community, the black community, where, let's just keep it real, let's just be honest with each other, the black community has a very negative opinion about human sexuality, about gays. Gays and lesbians, the black community just does not understand them. Maybe they don't want to understand them, or it's just flat out ignorance is what it is. However, this ignorance, when you have family members, friends, school teachers, associates, people that you know, and they're all anti-gay, and you know who you are. You know you're gay. I knew I was gay at a very little when I was in preschool. I knew something wasn't right. Let me just say that. Because I've heard people say, well, how did you know you like dick at something? I didn't really know what the term dick was at preschool. But I knew I was different. You see, this is the ignorance that comes back from us. How did you know you like dick in preschool? How did you know you like pussy in preschool? You didn't know. So I have a seat ignorance. A lot of black folks admire in ignorance. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. We are some ignorant people. We can't. We don't want to step outside those boundaries and learn about human sexuality because of religion, because of what my grandma said, because of my cousins, my uncle, what people would think about me, or what, so there's all this ignorance surrounding human sexuality. So when a person like me who's gay, for example, I'm probably one of the most disliked individuals in the black gay community. Why? I'm over here talking about be in a relationship, stay out of trouble with the law, avoid getting a sexually transmitted disease like HIV, syphilis, and whatever's running around. Avoid that stuff. Use protection. Protect your life. Don't do porn or condos. Don't escort or prostitute. Do something productive with your life. That's what I'm saying. But what you know what they don't like? They don't like the fact that I'm an out black gay man sitting here speaking to anyone. Because we've been taught to hide and oppress and hide our sexualities for years. So when black gays see out black men such as myself, who's on YouTube or Facebook, and I'm proud about who I am, they don't like it. Because they've been taught to believe I should be someplace hiding under a rock. And no one should know that I'm gay. I've had so many people tell me, gay and straight, you don't have to announce your sexuality. Why do people need to know? Why do people need to know? They tell me all the time, you should hide it. I heard that for years. But people don't need to know. I don't give a damn what people know about me when it comes to my sexuality. I'm not about to hide who I am. Because we need to have people who live their lives out and proud. In spite of all the hateful things that happens in the black community towards homosexuals. When you got a church full of ignorant people, and a church is the most ignorant place on planet Earth, I've never cared for religion. And the Narcissist preachers. Then you got all the ignorance I hear on a regular basis about what makes a man a man. A gay man couldn't be a man because he's having sex with another man? Really? The ignorance I hear and see about human sexuality is astounding to me. So if you're sitting back wondering why these guys are all getting high on drugs, meth and coke and heroin and God knows what else, why there's always party and drinking, and when every weekend there's a party going on so they can go out and celebrate life. Because that's in essence what they're doing. They're celebrating life, or what they think is a celebration, to ease the pain of being a black gay person in America. It ain't easy. You got ignorant folks saying that we've sided that black gays get a pass by white folks. I'm thinking, where the hell this fucking shit come from? And white folks, let me tell y'all something. I'm 48. I always tell people this. I don't have any white friends. None. Ain't no white folks ever came over here and sat at this dining room table and ate break bread with me and Earl and my family members. Never. I lived in Buckhead for 10 years. White neighbors everywhere. None of them ever came over there and swam in the pool and ate barbecue ribs and watermelon and fried chicken in our backyard. No. They live right next door to us. They never came over there. But black gays get a pass by white people. They see y'all as, well, I'm like, what in the fuck is this? This is some ignorant shit right there. White folks see another nigga. That's all they see. They don't give a shit about me being gay, whatever. They just see nigga. I've been understood that years ago. Even when we had a nice house up there in Buckhead with planted flowers and landscape yard and sprinkler system and beautiful, and they didn't give a fuck about that. They still saw nigga. So when you look around the black gay community, I sometimes give black gays a pass, sometimes, because of the issues they have to live with. Y'all, my sisters, when I was young, when I was first coming of age and coming to terms with my sexuality in my late teenage years, they weren't the easiest people to deal with because they didn't understand it. You haven't grown up as a Jehovah's Witness and religion and dealing with other ignorant black folks, they didn't know what it was. They didn't understand. It had taken me years to finally accept who I was. And finally, here I am coming out, and I'm having to put up with my sisters who were older than me, and they were ignorant. They didn't know any better. And they created a lot of conflict between them until they grew to realize, you ain't going to run over me. I don't give a damn. I am 16, 17, 18 years of age, and I don't give a shit. And we had battle after battle after battle about my sexuality before they came to terms with it and accepted it. Some people are not as strong as me. I can assure you there are a lot of people who will not walk over here. Y'all have to think about some Earl's the same age as me. Have y'all seen him appear on any of these videos yet? No. Because he's not going to do that. And I'm not saying that he's ashamed of who he is. He's just not strong enough to do this what I'm doing. It takes a strong person to get up here and say, fuck you motherfuckers. I'm living my goddamn life. Fuck you niggas. That's all. It takes a strong person to stand up to parents, uncles, aunts, cousins, pastors, ministers, people that you, friends, teachers. I had a teacher one time. I had told her that I was gay, and she just went on this tantrum. You're going to die from AIDS. The bitch don't know I'm still sitting here alive and well today. It's complicated being black and gay. It ain't easy. And it ain't got no easy. I look at these young guys coming out now. I think it's gotten worse. Because they're more feminine, they're more out there, they're more, but they're more sensitive. They carry their feelings on their sleeves now for some odd reason. I ain't never seen so many sensitive gay folks in my entire life. You go places, they're so sensitive, they're loud. I was at a store a few weeks ago, and this gay guy was in there, and he was just loud as hell, just going off about something. Yet he didn't have to handle that way. But he caused such a commotion. I even had to stop and stare at this gay guy. I was, ooh, this isn't. He just going off, and it was everything. What he was going off about was so minor. But to him, he felt he had been disrespected in such a way that he wanted to blow that whole damn store up. And I've seen this numerous times. He took it too far. It just wasn't worth it. But I understood what his anger was. It wasn't them people at the floor. It was anger at everybody. And I saw that young kid walk about that store and walk across that parking lot and get on that train, going towards the Martin station. I said, okay, I get his he was very flamboyant, so I could imagine catching the train and dealing with ignorant. See, I had my own car. I'd be very honest with you, I was in Atlanta for 30 years. I maybe rode that train in Atlanta, MARTA, maybe 5 or 6 times. It's very rare I ride public transportation. I think I rode the bus maybe a few times. Even when I lived in Midtown at the Art Center Tower back in 1992, the train was right across the street from us. We would occasionally catch the train to the airport. But as for riding the train around Atlanta, I ain't got time for them ignorant ass niggas. Hell no! I get in my car. That kind of isolates me from the ignorance. These young folks today don't even know how to drive a car. I mean, so many guys that have moved to Atlanta and they don't have it. I'm like, we were so excited to get a driver's license. Now they, at 15, 16 years, get that permit. Like, oh my God, I got my permit. I'm about to drive. But these guys today, they're in their 20s and don't have a license. And they catch an Uber and public transportation. They got to put up with that ignorance in there. It's tougher. It hasn't got better. And if you look at TV, the descriptions that they broadcast of black gays, I rarely see people who look like me. I mean, there's a TV show Empire, and they put a couple of characters from the black gay community in there. And they're the characters that they put on television to portray black gays don't look like me or my friends. I rarely see somebody who's black and gay who looks and behaves and acts like me. So there's a disconnect for a lot of gays. I deal with a lot of guys all day long. I'm in physical fitness. Mainly, I deal with men, gay, straight, men. I don't see no sissies. I don't see nobody sashaying up and down my driveway. The vast majority of guys that walk through this door, you would not be able to tell the gays from the straights. You won't. You would not know. When you turn on TV, that's not what you see on television. You don't see a true depiction of it. And then to a certain degree, I think that's part of our fault because we run from who we are. And then when you have gay people in positions of power, Tyler Perry, he hasn't done anything to help the situation. I don't really watch his shows. I know he did. He has a TV show out called The Haves and the Haves. And there's some gay characters on there, but I don't know much about how they depict it. So excuse my ignorance. I just don't watch television shows. I'm not a TV watcher. I got other shit to do with my time. And when I turn on TV, it's just on in the background. Recently I did watch what did I see? I'm slowly watching the Luke Cage episodes on Netflix. I'm paying for Netflix. I turn it on. It's in the background. Cage, you have to rewind and watch it. I'm not a television watcher. TV doesn't do anything for me anymore. One thing I've noticed as I've gotten older, television does not entertain me like it used to. Although there are some great shows on there, I don't want my brain to get sucked into rushing home to. Let me give you an example. The last time I really watched a television show on a regular basis was a TV show called ER in the 90s. I rushed home to watch ER. And I think there was a couple other shows that came on around ER. So I never got into the show Scandal. I watched some episodes. I didn't really get into Empire. I've seen a few episodes. I did enjoy the first season of How to Get Away with Murder, and then it just kind of lost me after that. I'm not into television. And one of the reasons why I'm not into television is I don't see people, they don't have shows that excite me as a black gay man. I did like the show that was just out on FX. I watched all those episodes. It was called Posse. What was the name of that show? I did a video about it. I can't even think about ballrooms, a ballroom show, or I want to say Posse or something, but it's something else. I don't know. I'm old over here. Shit. I'm sure y'all will know the name of the TV show. But it was a great TV show. And even then, he kind of depicted a little bit about um, a community that I could, because I'm not into the ballroom community. I've never participated in that community. I don't know very much about that community. Yeah, sometimes people come to me and say, "Well, have you ever been here?" I'm gay, but sometimes I'm not that gay. I had a life, so there's a lot of stuff that I don't. But overall, the way we're depicted on television and the movies is not accurate. It just ain't accurate. You don't see, very rare, and I have never seen, because a lot of my friends, although Earl and I don't have children, the vast majority of Earl and our friends who are gay have kids from previous marriages, from relationships they had with women back whenever. We don't have any children. But a lot of my friends have children. I was looking at one of my friends. I remember when he was raising his kids, and then I was looking through some pictures, and them kids are grown now. That's how long. Me and Earl have known each other for 22 years. And some of our friends had children in the early 90s. Those kids are now grown now. These were gay men. I have friends one of my friends, he has 8 children. The oldest is 20-something years of age. He's younger than me. We don't have any children, thank the Lord for that. We just had some Cocker Spaniels running around here. And if you notice, Vegas, since he passed away, has been real quiet. The last few years, Vegas did all that walking and all them videos. He left his mark on those videos, didn't he? Vanny don't walk like that. She over there like she sleep. But Vegas would be up running around, walking around. Kind of miss all that pitter-pat of his feet. I've been thinking about getting another Cocker Spaniel, but I don't know. Got to think about that one. But it's complicated. I'm not going to sit here and say that I have not had issues dealing with my sexuality. Even as a 48-year-old man, there are problems that pop up. And I have to, it's funny because I meet people. My YouTube channel, I was at Home Depot yesterday. I had to buy some stuff around the house. Raggedy house over here, can fix the shit ourselves. So I'm up at Home Depot. I took off from the gym. I said I had a list of shit I need to fix at this damn house. So I said, let me go over here into Home Depot and get this stuff. So I'm in Home Depot pushing my buggy around, picking up the stuff that I needed. I got stopped by so many guys, so many contractors, so many people who were in. I was shocked. They were like, man, I watch your videos. I'm like, and I had to ask these guys, what do you watch my videos at? I mean, you guys you're at work. I mean, they're sitting in their vans or at work job sites on YouTube and they see my videos. And this man was like, he walked up to me, he was like, and this is the reason why I'm doing this video. He said, he walked by me the first time he looked, and I smiled at him. And this is one of the first people to speak to me at the Home Depot. And I was at the Home Depot on Wesley Chapel, which is a predominantly black Home Depot, if you know the Stone Mountain area. So he walked by, he looked at me, and I didn't really pay much attention. I'm trying to remember the stuff. I had mentally made a list of stuff. I didn't write the list down. That was a mistake, because I forgot a couple of things. But anyway, then he came back, and he was like, I watched your YouTube channel. He said, I wasn't sure if that was you, but I want to thank you because my sons are gay, and I didn't understand how I ended up with 3 gay sons. I said, 3 of them? He said, 3. And we sat there talking, and he said, and if it wasn't for my videos, he didn't understand any of this. He couldn't figure out what had he done wrong. He hadn't done anything wrong. Those kids were just born that way. And his kids are in there, they're teenagers. And he has 3 gay sons that are teenagers. And he said if he made the mistake of trying to discipline this out of them, dragging them to church, all kinds of stuff before he had to come to accept, if he wanted to have a relationship with his sons, one of his sons had ran away from home repeatedly, he had to accept who they were. Now the young man who kept running away from home is back in school in his house, which I said, thank God for that, because you don't want that boy on the streets. These men would eat his ass alive. And we sit there talking. We exchanged phone numbers, and I would like to meet his sons just to see. But he said they're young, but they know who they are. They know who I am because he said they watch my videos. Then watch them as a family. He said he cussing us bad, but he said he wants them to see a strong person like me. I said, well, I was kind of surprised. That's why I do these videos. This is complicated. You would think by now that we would live in a world where people would have true depictions on TV or in movies about who we are as people. We forget who we are as gay people, but as black people, period. You rarely see shows that depict a family. My mother comes here every day. Every day. We sit in this kitchen, we drink coffee, we go. My mother came over here yesterday with this big old pile of bills. I was so doggone mad. What is all this? And I had to go through these bills and help her pay these bills through the internet. And she ran out of checks. My mother pays her bills by checks like old folks do. We write like I normally used to do, write checks. Now I go online to pay stuff. So I had to sit online and pay these bills. I was exhausted paying these bills. Because we didn't have account numbers. We didn't have all the, we didn't have, it was just ridiculous. That took some time. We were supposed to do some videos yesterday. That didn't happen. We were sitting in that dining room taking care of bills. I've been sitting there. Gas bill, Georgia Power had to go. They're making it easy to pay that stuff online. And you don't have to set up. Normally, I thought I was going to have to set up all these accounts and all this stuff. But now you can go online and pay that stuff now. You have the access codes and all this other stuff. So we did that. I don't know how she ran out of checks. She ran, because I have checks. A lot of people don't have checks anymore, but I still have checks. I'm one of them type of people. I don't. That's a good question. Just ask this question if you watch the completed video today. Do y'all still use personal checks? Because I do. I do use personal checks. I keep my checkbook in my car, and I went to dealers and I had to pay off my account. I already wrote a check for dealers. The guy was like, how do people normally pay for this stuff? How do they pay for the bills and stuff? Because he didn't look like when I was writing. She said, you writing a check? And I'm like, I'm paying my dealer's accounts. How can I pay for it? I don't know. Cash? I mean, I guess he probably used to people spending cash. But I am curious. I'm proud of who I am. I get a lot of negative hate from within the black gay community. And I also get a lot of love. And I'm grateful for that. And like I've said before, I'm done focusing on those haters because I'm just too old. You're always going to have some haters. But I get a lot of it. There's a lot of it. Because, and they hate on me for all the wrong reasons. They hate on me because I'm sitting here proud and happy that I've learned, that I've mastered the issues. That I can sit here and say, yeah, I'm black, gay, and proud. And I don't give a fuck what you think about me, niggas. You have to be happy with who you are. And smile. And then love yourself. Even if you ain't getting love from nobody else, you better learn how to love your damn self. And I love me some Walter. Yeah, in spite of it all, there's some issues, and I'm not a perfect person. I just think, I understand. So when people ask, why are gay guys have all these issues and the problem, the drugs, it's acceptance, denial, anger. All those issues combined. I have a ton of friends whose lives have been destroyed with sexual addiction and drugs. People I've known for years. I've lost a lot of friends who died from AIDS. They lived a very reckless life. And it cost them their lives, but they didn't have nothing to live for. Anyway, I'm going to do some more videos today. I'm running out of time to do a lot longer than I wanted to do today. It's Friday. It's September 24th, Friday, September 21st, the year 2018. I want to do a series of videos called Escape from Niggerville. I'm working on that. I'm going to probably do one next. Because there's so many issues there. How do you get out of Niggerville alive? We're going to discuss that. Anyway, I'm out of here. Enjoy your day. Again, it is Friday. Did I say Tuesday? Friday. It is the Friday, September 21st, the year 2018. I'm out here. Enjoy your Friday.